Jeju. This is the third time I'm doing this race, one of the most scenic trail races I've ever done. Having completed the 50k twice in 2017 and 2018, I feel it is time to take the leap and attempt the 103k. This would also be my first overseas race in the 100k category. My main goal is to gain experience in the 100k distance. Finishing will be nice, but there's no expectation that I will ace it.
안녕하세요. We are finally in Jeju, and today is Friday, the day before the race, and we are collecting our race bead. First, we're going to have some coffee. Alright, see you. Look, there's McDonald's, and that's the World Cup Stadium, where the start and finish lines of the race are. Starfield Bakery. Hello. Hello.
Where are you from?
Singapore.
Ah, Singapore.
Yeah.
Oh.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
It's why it's so well ventilated.
That means there's no capacity at the back.
Yeah. Look at this.
That is a shoe?
It's a shoe.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Taco handling.
So
They
cute.
make their own granola
Wow.
from Jeju.
Wow.
Weird, no?
Oh, thank you.
Salted caramel.
Yeah. Good morning. It is race day. We are making our way to the start line. It's supposed to be 17 degrees Celsius. Bunny is feeling cold. Not very cold. Okay, see you at the start line.
끝까지 응원하도록 하겠습니다. 여러분이 그동안 뜨거운 여름에 열심히 훈련하신 주택가가 있어서 아침 출발 전에 새벽 6시 너무 신나게 떠들면 미안하잖아요. 네. 저분들 얼마나 놀라시겠어요. 자고 있는데. 자, 기념사진은 완주해서 찍는 게 더 멋있다고 제 개인적 의견.
All the best. Look, got mochi. It's raining. Oh my god. Look at the queue. Look at the crowd. Toilet. Oh, there she is. Bunny, look, got mochi. Got mochi. Right? 12k done. Starting to rain. at the trail. Oh, rocky. 100k? Oh. Look at that. I'm climbing up. Hallasan. Thank you. 감사합니다. Still a long way.
After checkpoint 2, the 100k and 50k runners took opposite path, so Esther and I said goodbye and continued our own races. Going down Hallasan was not an easy task as the trails were full of big lava rocks. Each step could potentially sprain an ankle and end your race. Nevertheless, I was very happy to be going down the mountains as the rain was getting heavier and it was getting colder.
So in the last scene, I was going down Hallasan, and guess what? Now I'm going up again. It's raining, it's cold. 안녕하세요. This is tough. Still have another 900 meters more to climb to the summit. Fighting. Hello, I'm standing on top of Hallasan, highest mountain in South Korea, 1,950 meters. It's freaking cold. Okay, so in front of me is the famous Hallasan crater lake. Okay, you Google Hallasan, I'm sure you'll see beautiful pictures of the lake. Now let me show you. Well, as you can see, you can't see anything. It's rainy, it's foggy. So if anyone tells you that you climb mountains, you'll be rewarded with a breathtaking view, well, sometimes it just sucks. Okay, fingers are numb and going down. Bye bye.
After summiting Hallasan, I knew I had to get down quickly as it was very windy and cold, rain was heavy and the sun was setting. However, I was not able to move fast as my entire body felt stiff and I was shivering non-stop and still dealing with the huge lava rocks. I stopped twice to eat some food for energy, but within minutes I had to keep moving as the cold was unbearable. After what felt like an hour plus of fighting in the cold, I finally met some park rangers who ushered me into this shelter hut. By then it was all dark and the only people left on the mountain were racers, volunteers and rangers. Inside the hut, I saw a few other runners. Most were wrapped in emergency blanket, some were shivering, and everyone looked in a bad state. I quickly changed out of my wet clothing, put on dry ones. Thank God they had hot water and I had coffee sachets. On hindsight, this shelter might have saved our lives. I really thought this was where I would withdraw from the race. When my fingers regained some sensations, I texted Esther. By then she had finished her 50k and was back in the hotel. After spending close to 30 minutes in the hut, I felt sufficiently recovered to leave the comfort of the hut and into the dark and cold night again. The rain was lighter and less windy. I was wearing dry clothes and wasn't shivering as much. The challenge of a long ultra is that problems are constantly thrown at you to throw you off balance. However, the beauty of it is that the problems don't last forever, you learn to manage them. Difficult moments can sometimes last several hours, but if you persevere enough, you can still emerge from the dark tunnel.
Okay, so things were doing well until things started to turn bad.
Checkpoint 627 was a good 16 km. I picked up my pace and was confident I could finish the remainder of the race well ahead of call time. But just as things were looking positive, disaster struck. I missed a sharp right turn and went on a long road that detoured several kilometers away from the race route. I found myself at a dark, deserted highway with no markers and nobody in sight. Again, I texted Esther. So what happened was I missed the right turn at the location marked by the circle. I happily went southwards down the long route and ended up at location X, where I find myself along a deserted highway. I then walked westward along the highway towards checkpoint 6, but after 1/4 of the way I decided to pull the plug and get picked up by the race organizers. That is where I DNF. On hindsight, there were many factors that contributed to the DNF. Firstly was the disappointment of veering so far off track and wasting the good work I did in the last few hours. Could I have backtracked to the route and get to the checkpoint? I could, but mentally I was already deflated and eaten. Second was that I did not have a backup plan in case I carried on and got more lost. I didn't know how to call a cab in Korea, there was nobody around, and I didn't want to be stranded on a deserted highway in the cold. The safer option was to get picked up by the organizers. Thirdly, I didn't prepare for Trans Jeju as an A race because it wasn't. I was here for the experience. Still, I could have studied the map more carefully before the race and taken note of the sharp turns that could potentially veer me off course. I also didn't have a watch that had navigation function, which I would have checked when I felt something was amiss when I didn't see any marker for a long time. Every DNF is disappointing, but not the end of the world. I got the experience I was looking for and learned many valuable lessons, especially running in the forest trails at night alone, managing the wet and cold, and solo navigating in the dark. At the end of the day, every race, big or small, is an adventure with uncertain outcomes. In my opinion, the most important is to fight the good fight and enjoy the process. As Helen Keller wrote, life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. On a happier note, Esther absolutely smashed the 50k. This was her second Trans Jeju 50. She finished the previous one in 2018 at close to 14 hours. This time, she finished at 10 hours 47 minutes. So powerful. However, she is not satisfied as her goal is to finish under 10 hours. She will keep coming back until she can do it. Looks like we are going to Jeju again.